Hello, 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 and welcome back to Resilient Break Every Chain. I am Resilient Suzanna. Resilience, a name that defines me because of all the stuff that I was able to bounce back from only by the grace of Almighty God, good friends, family, and supporters. And so I have decided to embark on this channel, Resilient Break Every Chain, to help you guys out there know that you too can break those chains that are keeping you back from being all that you can be in life. Today we are close. We're embarking on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And so I wanted to do this video. What is love? And when thinking about that question, my mind went back to this beautiful old song way back in 1955, where it said, love, true love, a many splendid thing. And love is indeed a splendid thing, an awesome, a magnificent, a majestic thing that causes our lives to be either heaven and yes, sometimes hell. And I want us to just, for a few minutes, explore what is love. Shakespeare, you know that old writer, he said, love is seen with the eyes and not with the mind. And sometimes that's our problem. We tend to see love with our eyes. But love is seen, love is something that comes from the heart, our innermost being, that connection we share, whether with family, friends, or that intimate someone, is more than we can see with just our eyes. It's that something within us. Psychologists say it's a set of emotions and behaviors that will also include things like trust and intimacy, connection. So it's multifaceted in all its forms and all its dimensions. I love Turner's song when she sang, "What love got to do with it?" And love has a whole lot to do with it. One of the lines in that song says, love is that thing that makes man have a reason for living. Because when we experience love, even from family and friends, it makes life a beautiful thing. It makes us want to get up in the morning. It puts a pep in our steps and make life seem beautiful. And similarly, when we lack love in our lives, it makes our lives feel down, depressed, lonely, and without purpose. So I hope with that song when it says, it's nature's way of giving us a reason for waking up in the morning. Most of us would agree that God is love and love is God. And why? Because God defines love. He shows us what love is all about. Love is about giving. That God gave His Son so abundantly to us. He gave all that He had so that we might have life and have it more abundantly. So then what is love? Love is giving. Giving of our time, giving of our resources, giving of our abilities, giving of all that we are. Most time when you think about Valentine's, yes, we'll think about that intimate form of love. And that love that excites us and brings about the butterflies and all of that. But in the beginning, it's easy to give. We want to give all our time. We want to spend all our time with that special someone. We're willing to do everything and give everything for them. But love must also be consistent. But because we are emotional beings, things change and habits change and all those feelings that we are feeling when we are falling in love, when all the chemicals in our brain or dopamine level is high and it causes us to be in a state where the world seems beautiful. Eventually, with time, it's proven biologically, it begins to wane. But true love is able now to survive all of that. It's able to say, okay, we're in a different place now. And even though I see things clearer and I see things differently, I love you still. So love is not defined, as Shakespeare said, by what we see, but that innermost person in the heart that we connected with. We are able now to say, yes, I love you still, in spite of the obstacles and the differences we may discover in each other. So love talks about sacrifice, because when you discover, hey, there's some things about him or her I really don't appreciate. Yeah, it may happen. But because I love them beyond that, I am able now to make the necessary adjustments so that we can live together. We can get married, we can have a family. And in that family dynamics now, with all those different personalities coming together and preparing us for life, loving our children and teaching them what is love, and being able again to give up ourselves and give up our time. Love is all of that. Love is being able to make sacrifice for that person or those people in your life that you love, knowing it's not all about you. It's now about saying, hey, I have my kids, I have my wife, I have my parents now within my space, and I must make time for them. I must give up what I have to them to ensure that their lives are also beautiful and wholesome. So love is a diverse entity that can cause us to live beautiful lives or miserable lives. The lack of love causes pain, causes hurt, it causes rejection in any form, from the cradle or to the grave. And that's why, even as parents, we must be so careful and mindful to ensure that the space we create for our kids are one where they feel loved, they feel appreciated, they feel a sense of belonging, so that they in turn are now able to share that love with each other. In the words of Tina Turner, what's love got to do with it? Love has everything to do with it. Because love is a key that can open hearts, that can break down barriers, that can break chains. When you meet someone who loves you truly and creates a space where you can be yourself, where you can let go and share the real you and take down those walls and take off the mask, that's when you know it is true and it is real. And I pray for you, I would that is the type of experiences that we are able now to develop. But part of developing those relationships is being able to understand what is required, what our needs are. You see, sometimes we have a misunderstanding and a misconception of what is love. But understanding that love is not just that emotion that sometimes fleets away, but a commitment, a staying with, a sacrifice, and giving of oneself. Love is giving. Without giving, love just wouldn't work. So I want to encourage you today, as you think about it, as you think about the special people in your life and how you might want to show them a sense of love and appreciation. No, it's not about one day, but it's about 365 days a year. Creating a space in which the people in your space can feel loved and appreciated. For me, I believe the recipe is simple. I love you enough to put you first and to look after your needs. And you love me the same to look after me and my needs. And that's the type of relationship my husband and I try to cultivate. Your need comes before mine. So when if each of us would put each other first, then each person's needs will be met. So I encourage you, just try it. But it will take some communication. It will take some talking. It will take some being true to ourselves and letting that other person know what our needs are. Because love is also about honesty, being true, taking the mask off and letting those people in our space know who we are and what our needs are. So love in all its diverse form cannot be discussed in these few minutes, but I just wanted to touch on the iceberg and to stir you up a little bit to ask yourself, what is love and how am I loving? Am I loving selflessly? Am I loving and making the sacrifice for those people in my space? Am I loving and giving who I am so that the people around me know that I love them? So with these few thoughts in mind, I want to say thank you for viewing. Like, share, and subscribe. Have an awesome, awesome Valentine's. Love you. Bye-bye.